All right, testing 1 2, testing. Looks like we're good. So I had like every single time I stream, I always have technical difficulties. Something always happens, and of course, not to my surprise, definitely something happened, and literally like everything I recorded didn't work. But that's just the nature of live streaming. Things happen, and it's not what you expected, stuff like that. But anyways, so basically what we did was reacted to the Sonic movie 3 trailer because it just came out, and we were literally just streaming that right now. And then we talked about it a little bit, like what we observed, and we after that we're about to watch it like a second time to give our like step by step or piece by piece analysis. But unfortunately, my stream, like I found out it was not working the whole time, which is unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Because like I could have been, I guess, like had more viewers, stuff like that. But you know what? That's not the end of the world. It's still within the same first hour that the trailer has come out. So we're just gonna like ride with the wave, I guess, and take it for what it is. So yeah, my stream wasn't working. Like I was literally live streaming this since it came out, and like I had no viewers, obviously, because the stream wasn't working. But anyways, we have the trailer right in front of us right now, and let's make it full screen. So let's here. I'm gonna actually click play like a teacher does or something.
Sonic, you finally found your family.
So let's get our reactions again, like our fake reactions.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
And of course, James Marsden is still in the movie. Didn't get cut as expected.
There's been a high-level security breach.
And of course, Shadow being created.
And we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project
Gun.
Shadow
Of course, they use fictional guns because why wouldn't they?
Shadow's story began a lot like your Sonic.
Maria, see Maria, the actor for Maria, what's her name?
Shadow
I forgot her name.
Pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with a giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
Oh, that's not.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually,
Okay,
Sonic,
that's
I would like to fight.
Keanu Reeves as Shadow. I'm not too sure about that yet. Chaos Control.
My turn. Can we just
Of course, Shadow is OP with Chaos Control. Why wouldn't he be?
He's too powerful.
I'm assuming this location is going to be in Station Square. That's what I'm assuming, but I don't know.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
Oh my god, alright. We're totally right about this. So it looks like Jim Carrey is finally in a fat
need your
suit.
help.
Not really digging the long hair. I don't know what they're doing with that, but he's in a fat suit, and of course it's Jim Carrey. So what is there? And so he already shaved his head. Okay. There we go. That's better, guys.
Sir, I don't have the proper materials. Found some. When we're done,
And of course, Eggman teaming up with Sonic. Typical.
No cheat code.
what did you do?
Okay, we'll talk about it later, but I just saw some chow, and we're gonna talk about that. So.
Welcome home, my boy.
You really can notice his fat suit
Couldn't it?
with his coat that he's wearing.
In the saggy flesh.
And of course, Gerald Robotnik, because he's very important to the Shadow the Hedgehog lore or whatnot. So Let's talk about this trailer, man. So let's talk about what we observed so far. And again, was streaming when this trailer first came out, and very unfortunately, the live stream wasn't working, and I was literally live streaming and talking, and it wasn't working. But it's working now, so let's go and talk about what we observed on the trailer. First thing is going to be the characters. So honestly, this is trailer 1, so it could change on the second or third trailer or the final release of the movie. So we didn't notice any other characters that people were hoping to be in the Sonic movie 3 trailer, which would consist of Amy and Rouge or others like Big the Cat. We didn't see any of that in the trailer, but of course I could have missed it. So we're going to watch it a second time and pause where we notice stuff. But we didn't notice any of those characters, but that could change, like I said. Yeah, I was really hoping for Rouge the Bat. I feel like she's vital to the story, especially with Eggman and Shadow. And we didn't see Omega or anything like that. But again, that could change. And also, we wanted to talk about what we noticed was Robotnik, Eggman. He is going to be in a fat suit. Now, why did they do this since the very beginning? I don't know. And the long hair scene was kind of killing it for me, but it is what it is. But I mean, that's pretty cool that he's in a fat suit. I really would have thought he would have been fatter, to be honest, like more roundish with the skinny legs, very similar to how like Eggman actually is. I would have thought that would have been really cool, but I mean, he's in a fat suit, so let's just be happy about that. And of course, another observation was James Marsden wasn't canceled after all, which is no surprise. Because, you know, Holly weird and, you know, actors, they be doing really weird stuff. So that's to be expected. James Marsden's going to be in here. Again, like I'm a really big, I don't want to say hater, but I just prefer that the human characters are not there. But it looks like that this movie is going to stay away from the human characters and focus on the lore. As you know, we saw Shadow being created in the 2 by Gerald Robotnik, which is another observation that we saw. Because I feel like he's very important to the story of, or the lore of Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog 2005. So yeah, I think it's very important. And another thing we noticed were Chow. So I saw Chow. They were kind of like animatronics, similar to Five Nights at Freddy's. At least that's what I observed from my first time watching the trailer. But you know, it's likely that they're not going to be like a essential piece of the story. They're just going to be like a decoration item throughout the third Sonic movie, which is always, I mean, Chow is always appreciated. But again, we're going to pause right now in that exact scene, and we're going to observe to the best of our abilities. Now, let me just check on the live stream real fast, because like I really hate it if it wasn't working the second time around, which I assume it's gonna work, so that my bit rate looks fine. Yeah, it says I'm live, so we're good on that. So yeah, again, we're gonna watch the trailer a second time, and we're going to pause it step by step. And I have already downloaded the trailer in full quality, and we're going to make a proper video later today. Again, like this is probably the earliest I've live streamed. Like I literally am so tired right now. I'm off of like 4 hours of sleep, and I haven't had coffee, no breakfast, nothing. This is pretty rough, and I have school later today, so like there's that too. But we're here because of our dedication for Sonic the Hedgehog. So let's go to switch back to the camera, and what we're gonna do is watch the trailer step by step.
Sonic, You finally found
and
your family.
pause where we see.
Try to keep up.
So as you go, so first thing we notice is Knuckles the Echidna is gliding. So it looks like we're gonna get a lot more of that, only because we have a higher budget now for the movie. So they're able to animate him gliding a lot more, which is always appreciated. Because if you don't know, they did this in the Knuckles TV show, but it was only one scene, like literally just one scene of Knuckles gliding. And that is because it was a much lower budget for a TV show that was at a loss to begin with. So pretty really appreciated to finally see that he's going to be gliding a lot more, because that's like one of his main characteristics. So let's continue the video.
I know it has no.
All right, so again, the location, it looks like it's going to be in, I'm highly assuming this is going to be Station Square, which is based off of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. That's what it's based off of, whether they all move there or end up there somehow. That's where it's going to take place. Because if you know Sonic Movie 1, and I think the majority of Sonic Movie 2, the location was in a fictional city, Green Hill. And I think it's supposed to be like in California, which if you don't know, that's like in the opposite side of the country from Philadelphia. So it looks like we're going to be set in a Station Square setting, which is also very much appreciated. And also another thing I noticed in the trailer, well, I think I already mentioned it, but looks like the human characters like the Donut Lord, his wife, stuff like that, they're not really gonna make that much of an appearance in this movie, which is great. I love that. So yeah, let's continue with the trailer breakdown.
But you didn't change who you are.
And of course, James Marsden is, still in the movie, because he's an expensive actor that a lot of parents know. So it makes perfect sense that they would, throw him in the movie. Right.
In here.
They really didn't have to. They could have scrapped him, but whatever.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Or your heart.
Alright, the pretty typical Sonic, Sega, okay. Alright, so this is like where Shadow was created. Now, I don't remember Sonic X, nor I don't remember Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 too well. But from my memory, again, it's like really bad. But from what I remember, Shadow was created on Space Colony Arc. Now let's rewind a little bit. So let's see what this is. So I'm highly assuming this looks like some sort of island on a shore. And if you know Space Colony Arc, it was outer space on a ship or something like that, or like a space station or something. And this doesn't look like that, so kind of raises a couple of questions, like where was Shadow the Hedgehog actually created? But if we continue the trailer, you'll see that
security breach.
He's created in a tube, and if you watch until the end of the trailer, you'll see Gerald Robotnik, which was his creator. But if you look here, I don't think Gerald came out right here. So I really don't know if Space Colony Arc is going to be in the movie, but we're going to continue watching the trailer and see if it's there.
Team Sonic's
So a gun helicopter.
immediate assistance.
Tails wearing a gun helmet for some reason. And of course we have Gun, which is I guess the government's force or something like that. Kind of like the military, but fictional for Sonic.
Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
And this is Keanu Reeves talking, and this is Shadow the Hedgehog. I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like somebody animated this exactly the way this looks. But again, people be leaking stuff a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Shadow's story began a lot like yours, Sonic.
All right, so Shadow and Maria. So this is Shadow in the escape pod, trapped, not being able to do anything. And I don't know if the story is gonna go down like this. I assuming it is, but this is Maria Robotnik, which is Eggman's cousin and Shadow's best friend, I guess. And she's gonna, like, this is where I guess she throws him in the escape pod. He's no longer able to do anything. And then Gun comes in and, of course, shoots her to death. That's what everyone's hoping for, but I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens. By the way, we're watching this movie in premiere night. So the night it premieres, we're going to be watching this. So it's, yeah, going to be pretty good. Definitely stay tuned for that.
But where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with the giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
Typical cheesy Sonic humor to be expected. I mean, ever since Sega Team Sonic went away from, you know, the dark lore that we got from Sonic X and Shadow the Hedgehog through 2005 and Sonic 06. Because of the backlash that Sonic 06 got, you know, Sega really started making Sonic into like a jokester, not to be taken seriously. And he makes a bunch of corny jokes like that, to be expected, but it is what it is. It's a new time, and I just have to cope and accept what we have nowadays. So let's continue. Yeah, so this is definitely a Station Square. There's no way that this is Green Hill. There's no way. Like, this is definitely Station Square, and this looks like it's downtown Station Square, which I'm glad about, right? But yeah, so let's continue the trailer.
He is much more impressive.
This is very similar to the scene in Sun SA2 where Shadow is in like a pod or something like that, and he crashes onto downtown Station Square. And this is where Sonic's like, Shadow, like, what are you, Faker? Stuff like that. I can't remember how it went down, but it looks like you know, with the addition of Tails and Knuckles, because in SA2 it was not like that. And by the way, guys, I have not noticed any SA2 music in this trailer whatsoever, but of course in the actual movie we might hear Live and Learn. That's the song of SA2, which I'm glad about. I really hope they do put that song in the movie, you know, going back to the SA2 roots, but at the same time I don't, because us content creators and YouTubers are gonna be faced with the issue of it finally being copyrighted by Paramount. That means we're no longer gonna be able to use that song in our videos, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's continue.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
I don't know. Okay, so Shadow, Keanu Reeves as Shadow, I'm not feeling it too much. It doesn't really sound like Shadow. Like, Shadow has a really, I don't know, distinct voice. Like, you'll know it's Shadow when you hear it, and this doesn't really sound like Shadow, to be honest. Like, let's play that again.
Here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight.
I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you, whoever's watching, or if you decide to watch. That doesn't sound like Shadow. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Again, this is like the movie universe. Like, all Hollywood cares about is putting the most expensive, the most well-known actors in these movies, because that's how they get sales and box office, because of parents and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's pretty rough. Like,
dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
That's pretty rough.
Actually, Sonic,
but
I would like to fight.
No.
yeah, I never liked Knuckles' voice to begin with, but it is what it is. But at least, like, you know, they got the whole setting, the whole vibe. everything, and they're focusing around the Sonic characters, which I'm glad about. I was really mad about the last movie with the wedding subplot, which I absolutely hated so much. But again, I've talked about it on my channel so many times, how much I hated it, stuff like that. So if you want to go check those videos out, you can definitely do so. It's anything about Sonic 3. But again, Shadow with Chaos Control, again, canon, very Sonic, so I'm glad about that.
Can we just talk about this?
Pretty good.
He's too powerful.
Shadow and Gun. Shadow at least defeating Gun, that's what I'm assuming he's doing. Alright, so let's go back a couple frames.
I can't believe I'm
So if you look here, it looks like these are different type of police cars. Now, if anybody who's knowledgeable in like cop cars, stuff like that, these are definitely not American police cars. These are actually foreign police cars. So it's likely that Station Square was never in the United States to begin with. And it's also possible that this Sonic movie is going to be taking place in a new location that's somewhere outside of the United States, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know what that is. I don't know what city cop cars this is. Let me check. Yeah, it just says police, but like again, this is not like a Crown Vic or like a Ford Explorer or something that an American police car would be. And foreign police cars tend to use like this type of cars, this type of paint and font. So it's very likely that it's going to take place in somewhere outside of the United States, or Station Square was never in the United States to begin with, but that would throw everything off. So I really doubt that, but let's continue.
saying this, but we need you know who.
Okay, so is that Shadow? Yeah, I think that's Shadow's bike. So I think, oh wait. Oh, that's Eggman. Okay, so is the Eggman rides a bike? Like, I think that's kind of weird. Like, I always thought he had his Eggmobile, but it is, or maybe that is Shadow's bike, just Eggman standing in front of it. Who knows? Again, not too much context, especially that this is the first trailer. So let's see.
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
So again, Eggman in a fat suit. I really don't know why that they did not do this from the very beginning. I feel like they could have, like, with that wouldn't have been that hard to begin with. But again, it happened, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, I wasn't feeling his long hair, so if we press play,
Doctor!
see, he shaves it, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know. He could have they could have done without that.
This
'cause
is
that's
sad, Robotnik. Even for you.
We need your help.
On one condition.
Do this!
Again, Jim Carrey's acting is superior, and they picked a really good actor for Eggman, which I'm super glad about. And again, he shaves his head, so like, doesn't really matter.
I can't rule the world! I might as well save it! I need room.
But, sir, I don't have the proper materials. Found some.
When we're done.
And Shadow the Hedgehog, Chaos Control, from what it looks like he is running on a brawl. Pretty typical for a Sonic character, right? I mean, you're able to wall run in Sonic games.
When we're done, there won't be anything left.
Hey, no shit.
Shadow riding his motorcycle, so I might have been right. That might have been Shadow's motorcycle.
Code.
All right, so let's let's come back a couple frames. You know, YouTube really needs to implement like a frame skipper or something like. I think it's because you press the arrow keys, it skips a few frames. What is what it is. We can always pause. No problem. I missed it again.
Be anything left.
Hey, no cheat code.
It's because it happens so fast, but there's that other frame too.
Hey, no cheat code.
All right, so you know what? Let's talk about this frame. So it looks like, look at notice the background. There's Chow, but from what it looks like, they might be just animatronics or like plushies of some sort. They definitely don't look real, and they definitely don't look like they're moving. But the fact that Chow are being mentioned here is pretty cool. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about that. We're trying to pause in a frame for this.
Hey, no cheat code.
Yeah, I keep missing it. So
Be anything left.
Hey, no cheat code.
there it is. All right, so yeah, these are definitely animatronics. They're not real Chow. But we might see real actual Chow in the actual movie. But I mean, I always do appreciate like a Chow mention.
What did you do?
What I had to.
Pretty happy about Shadow's design. Like when I first saw Shadow's design in the ending of Sonic Movie 2, I was like, dear Lord, like what are they doing? This doesn't look good. But honestly, like it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. And yeah, I mean, that's all there's to that. Sonic Movie 3 logo. Let's see if we can see like an age rating.
Welcome home, my boy.
Gerald Robotnik. This is the actor. I mean, like you really can't mess up Gerald Robotnik, right? Like it's just an old bald white man. Pretty simple.
It's impossible.
Is it?
It couldn't be.
Couldn't it?
I like how they act like each. I like how they act like each other. That's pretty cool. Like notice the way they're talking to each other. That's pretty cool. Like he sounds more like Eggman than Eggman sounds like Eggman, which is Jim Carrey. But anyways,
Are you? In the saggy flesh.
pretty good acting. All right, so let's go back to the end and see if there's like an age rating, because a lot of people speculating that it's gonna be PG-13, and some people were speculating that it's gonna stay PG. My personal prediction, because there is no age rating on here, so it's probably still yet to be rated. My guess it's going to be PG, very similar to how Sonic 1 and 2 were, because I feel like that's going to get a lot more sales in box office than it being PG-13, because that's frankly not going to be friendly for a wider audience. And if parents see that this is PG-13, they're going to have second thoughts about taking their kid to see this movie and stuff like that. But again, like I predict it's going to be PG. A lot of other people predict that it's going to be PG-13. Unfortunately, we did not get an official rating in this first trailer, but that's to be expected because, again, this is the first trailer. So we're probably not even going to get a rating for like another month or something, or longer. Who knows? But anyways, that was our Sonic Movie 3 Trailer 1 live reaction and analysis. I am going to be making an official video later today that's fully edited, talking more about the Sonic Movie 3 trailer and talking most of like the same stuff that we talked about on today's live stream, but we're also going to, like lay down like an actual video for everybody to watch. So definitely stay tuned for that. We already have the trailer downloaded, so I can make that video for you guys. But I'm very excited for this movie. Honestly, it's a lot better than Knuckles TV show, because if you don't know, I hate the Knuckles TV show a lot, and I even made a video explaining exactly why the Knuckles show sucks, because there's an actual reason why it sucked. And I made a video about that. So if you want to check that out, it's on my channel. You can definitely go check that out. Other than that, yeah, guys, we finally have the first trailer. And another thing I want to mention before we end the live stream is that this trailer has, well, it has more likes now. It has 60,000 likes with 310,000 views. And if you compare it to the GTA 6 trailer, which I've pulled up right here, yeah, there's no comparison. Like GTA 6 trailer, nothing is going to top that. As you can see, 206 million views. I think I got like maybe 100 million views within the first day. So yeah, there's nothing is gonna top the GTA 6 trailer. So if we compare it, I think I showed some personal information, but you know what? It's actually not. It's my channel content. But anyways, so yeah, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. I'm still waiting for GTA 6 trailer 2, which I hope to be on the channel live reacting to, because I love GTA. Like, honestly, I'm a GTA fan before I'm a Sonic fan. Fun fact, this channel used to be a GTA channel before I transferred over to a Sonic YouTuber, because I found out that that's what was working out for me better than GTA content. But again, yeah, we finally have the Sonic Movie 3 trailer. We've been teased, and we've been waiting for this for a very long time, and we finally have it. So I'm super glad about that. And I'm also going to be releasing a formal video that's fully edited later today on the channel, where we commentate on it, share our reactions. Also, the trailer is available to watch on my channel as well. In case, I don't know, you want another way to watch it, or you can't find it, or whatever. But thank you everybody for joining today's live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer as much as I did. We did have technical difficulties, so we weren't able to live stream the trailer when it first came out, unfortunately. But we were able to make it within the first like 30 minutes. So I think that's like the most important thing. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe down below, because we post Sonic content quality and consistently on the channel on a consistent basis. And also, we recently released a step-by-step tutorial teaching you how to get Sonic Rumble video game early on any country, any device, iOS or Android. That tutorial is live on my channel if you want to go watch that, because I teach you step-by-step verbatim on how to get that game early, so you can rank up before the global release, stuff like that, get ahead of other players. But other than that, thank you everybody for joining today, and we will see you guys on today's video later, or any live stream in the future. We'll see you on the next video or live stream. Y'all be easy. Peace out.